Welcome back to our channel, where we delve deep into controversial topics and explore the connections between history, religion, and modern society. Today, we are diving into the mysterious world of the Illuminati and examining whether there is any truth to the claims of a connection between this secretive group and the Bible. Are there hidden messages in the sacred text that hint at the existence of the Illuminati? Join us as we uncover the secrets that lie beneath the surface. Imagine a secret society so enigmatic that its very existence is whispered about in dark corridors of power. A group that not only shapes world events but also may have been forewarned in ancient scriptures. What if the Bible itself contained clues pointing to a clandestine force working behind the scenes, manipulating governments, religions, and even destiny? Today, we delve deep into the possibility that these hidden forces known as the Illuminati are not merely modern myths, but may be intertwined with biblical prophecy and divine warning. Stay with me because what we're about to uncover could transform your understanding of history, faith, and power. The origins of the Illuminati. The term Illuminati first emerged in 1776 when Adam Weishaupt founded a secret society in Bavaria. Originally intended to challenge the oppressive regimes of his day, its members aimed to dismantle traditional authority and usher in a new age of enlightenment. But many scholars believe Weishaupt's creation was only the modern face of a much older phenomenon, a hidden network of elites whose origins may reach back to ancient times. Some researchers suggest that remnants of these secret orders existed throughout history, quietly preserving forbidden wisdom and influencing global events long before modern conspiracy theories emerged. Scriptural whispers of a secret order. The Bible, filled with layers of metaphor and symbolism, may contain veiled references to an elite power structure. In Ephesians 6:12 we read, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." This verse implies the existence of unseen forces, orchestrating events beyond our perception. Similarly, Psalm 2:2 describes how earthly kings set themselves against the Lord and His anointed, a phrase that some interpret as an allusion to a hidden cabal bent on subverting divine order. Could these verses be hinting at a secretive group whose influence transcends mere mythology? Is it possible that the same powers described here have evolved into what we now call the Illuminati? Symbols of the ancient order. Throughout history, symbols have conveyed secret meanings. The pyramid, the all-seeing eye, and the obelisk are not just artistic motifs. They are alleged markers of an ancient wisdom. The Tower of Babel in Genesis tells the story of humanity's attempt to build a structure that would reach the heavens, a defiant act against divine order. Many see this as the prototype of a global ambition that later secret societies adopted, striving for omnipotence without divine sanction. In Zechariah 4:10, the prophet writes, "These seven are the eyes of the Lord, which range throughout the earth." This vivid image of divine omniscience contrasts with the distorted version used by secret groups, a mockery of the true, all-seeing power of God. Could it be that the symbols embraced by the Illuminati are a perversion of biblical imagery designed to instill fear while masquerading as enlightenment? The deception of false enlightenment. The name Illuminati suggests a promise of light and knowledge. Yet, as 2 Corinthians 11:14 warns, and no wonder, for Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. What if the so-called illumination offered by these secret orders is nothing more than a clever ruse? In our modern era, as technology and media become omnipresent, sophisticated algorithms and data-driven propaganda replace ancient rituals. Governments and corporations now use digital surveillance and psychological manipulation to control narratives. This modern control echoes the covert operations of secret societies from the past. The irony is stark. A group that claims to bring enlightenment might be the very embodiment of deception, a force that distorts truth to consolidate power, infiltrating religious institutions. These hidden elites could be subtly reshaping our understanding of morality, divinity, and destiny. The symbolic warfare of the present day. In today's world, the struggle between light and darkness, the call to awaken. The warnings found in biblical prophecy are not relics of the past. They echo into our modern age. As the world becomes increasingly complex and interconnected, the need for truth has never been greater. We must learn to question the narratives handed down to us and seek knowledge beyond the surface. The Bible's messages about spiritual warfare, divine judgment, and the ultimate triumph of light over darkness serve as a clarion call, a reminder that true enlightenment comes not from institutions, but from an inner awakening. The battle for truth is not fought by armies alone. It is fought in our hearts, minds, and everyday choices. In a society where control is increasingly centralized, the courage to seek out hidden knowledge becomes an act of rebellion, a personal stand against deception. This awakening is not only our right, but our duty. The blueprint for control. If the Illuminati truly exists as a force operating from the shadows, how do they maintain control over the world without exposing themselves? The answer may lie in the structure of power itself. Throughout history, empires have used economic influence, religious authority, and political maneuvering to subjugate populations. The same tactics, refined for the modern age, may now be in play. Only, instead of swords and armies, control is exerted through financial systems, mass media, and engineered crises. Consider the global banking networks, which operate largely outside public scrutiny. Some researchers argue that an elite group manipulates economies to maintain influence, subtly directing policy through institutions like the Federal Reserve, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank. Even biblical warnings about the dangers of wealth and corruption seem eerily relevant today. In Proverbs 22:7, it is written, "The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender." Is it possible that a secret order has weaponized this truth to keep the world in financial bondage? The war on free will. Perhaps the most insidious form of control is not financial but psychological. We live in an age where information is the most valuable commodity. The Illuminati, if they exist, would not need to issue direct orders. Instead, they could shape reality itself by controlling the flow of information. Social media algorithms, predictive analytics, and mass censorship create a carefully curated version of reality, one designed to keep the masses distracted, divided, and docile. This aligns with another biblical warning found in 2 Thessalonians 2:11. For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion so that they will believe the lie. Could this passage describe an era of mass deception, where the truth is buried beneath layers of misinformation? If a secret cabal does exist, its greatest weapon is not force, but the ability to shape public perception so thoroughly that people willingly accept their own enslavement. The final revelation. The true battle between light and darkness is not merely external, it is internal. The Bible repeatedly emphasizes discernment, urging believers to seek wisdom and test the spirits. In Matthew 10:16, Jesus instructs his followers, "Be wise as serpents and harmless as doves." This verse holds profound meaning in the context of our discussion. It suggests that awareness is key, not to succumb to paranoia, but to recognize the patterns of manipulation and break free from them. So, what does this mean for us today? If there is indeed a hidden force working to steer history, the greatest act of defiance is to wake up, to refuse blind obedience, to seek truth, and to challenge the narratives that confine us. The Illuminati, if real, may have spent centuries perfecting their systems of control. But they rely on one crucial factor, the compliance of the people. If humanity refuses to be deceived, their power begins to crumble, and that perhaps is the ultimate message hidden in both history and scripture.